Hey, did you know there was this not as old show compared to Gilligan's Island called Gilligan's Planet? It's incredibly stupid. I just learned about it last year. Yeah, anyway, back to Secret Agent Mission 2 Kill Again Island, because, haha, we be killing. I guess I didn't read the plot according to this. It's like, really, it's just the interim. You know. I was just, crossing some T's, dotting some I's, and, yes, next Doom will be Plutonia. Thank you, little projects, for helping me work through my shit, so I could have something coming out, even without actually doing anything. Alright, devious rules! Yeah, we know that. This is going to be a shit show. I forgot to mention previously that that first level that I did had like 2 cyborgs at once, so... Really, I'm not... Come to think of it, I don't know what the sprite limit is. I don't want to find out. Also, I don't remember those things that you're sitting at are. I think they're like camera systems. I don't know what those are. You see that? Yeah, I think it's someone that's watching, monitoring the cameras, or perhaps they're watching a Windows 95 screensaver. Perhaps. It's those tropical picture things that I wanted to show you. They are nice. I don't know. This game looks good in a postcard. Let's put it that way. Oh no! Oh, great. I'm going to have to jump across that water a few times. That sounds nice. Satellite dish is in the appropriate spot. This jump has failed. You know, it's got to be really precise. I imagine if it's anything like Secret Agent HD... I know I keep harping on about that, but I wanted to mention the head-bumping physics don't lose momentum in that one, so that might make that slightly easier. Oh, laser. I like how, some of these lasers, or whatever those are, they look more like DNA strands, and kind of stringy and rubber bandy. I don't know what's with that. I never mentioned before, but, it's like that gray stuff. All that gray shit. The blue-green gray stuff. Asp.net, ladies and gentlemen, asp.net. You might have noticed I got my mood back, because exercise is good for you. But what you don't know is that you need to know if it's the right exercise. So, I've pretty much found a way to make sure I've done it right. And that is when your muscles feel like they're popping bubbles. That tells me you did the cardio correctly. As for the other kind, well, it just feels like it's an interesting kind of soreness, but it's what they call the swollenness. So, both has to do with blood and what's that junk in your muscles that gets burned through. I forgot what it is, but that stuff. Yeah. Here in the Game with Players podcast. Yeah. I thought about setting up one, but I wouldn't do a solo, and I guess I mentioned I have guests, but in my experience, if I'm doing like a talk show or a podcast, I have to be very careful screening people. And I don't really want to manage other people. Not just for my sake. I can see invisible platforms, clearly. Because they were not raining on them. If it was, I probably wouldn't need these sunglasses. Alright? Oh, okay, so I guess I can talk about this. Remember this power-up? Turns out it is not totally useless. And it works for the rest of the game. So from now on, after I touch that, I'll be able to fire 2 shots at a time for the rest of the game. I wish I'd known that before, but it's going to be a lot more necessary in this episode and the next one. In episode 1, I've just been so familiar with doing it over and over again because it's a shareware title that I didn't really have a need for such advanced tactics. But now that I know, and now you know, we can know together and shoot twice as fast. For twice the death, twice the killing, Kill Again Island. A 2-shot tour, I would say. Well, now that satellite dish is going up Buttfuck City. Okay, I want the dynamite that they left hovering in the air again. Why do they keep doing that? Don't they know that physics has to enter the... Yeah, they've broken the laws of gravity. You know what? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm spying on them, not realizing they're violating physics wherever I turn. Wherever I turn, physics. Stand in the place you are. Guess what? Physics. but you wouldn't remember that physics. Yes, so there's 2 green doors, but we're going to use this green door first so we have access to that barrel and another green key. Whenever you see a same color key but behind the door that you can open anyway, just open that door. Alright? Because you cannot collect more. This comes up a lot more now, but you cannot collect more into one of the same key. If you do, it just becomes one key, and that would be really bad. Okay? Don't know if that's changed in the HD version. I don't even know why it's called HD anyway. It really needs a different name because it's not in any sense HD. It just needs to be said it's a re-release. I don't know. But calling it HD seems weird. It just said they should just call it remastered because that's basically what they're doing. Calling it HD is not apropos of terms. Popo's apropos. Saint Popo's fire. Oh no, it's Popo. And he's guarding the heavens. What's next in our heavenly adventure? Ah, blue squares. I've heard of those. More tropical postcards. Wish you were here. I shoot you, and then you go closer to me, inconspicuously. Also, inversely, wish you were there, which would do the opposite. Look, I need these inside jokes so that they last forever. You never know when I need them. You never know when the inside jokes become the outside jokes, because the difference is not the location, it is the density of its use. So calling it inside and outside is a misnomer and malaproper apropos. Once again. Briefcase! Alright, we got plenty of spikes. I don't know why I'm missing the Crystal Caves enemies, because I want a Triceratops to assault me out of nowhere. Clearly. Well, that's interesting that computer is there, because I was expecting some spikes to come up in between me and it, and they didn't. There's a lot of spots that are just red herrings as to where you expect something to happen and it doesn't. Or you're not expecting something to happen and it does. That is the magic of the level design. Reminded once again of this one part, it was either Doom 1 or 2, where the secret was essentially useless on the highest difficulty. Because the item was taken out. It's just like, wait, then why do you have the secret here? I don't know! Like, they could just put, like, some pistol ammo for all I fucking care. But no. No, there was nothing there. Ninja Master! Master. Ninja. Ninja Master's got the gun. I see the theme of this level is blue. And this armory. Well, this armory is pretty kicking ass. It's got TNT barrels, bullets bigger than my body, and traditional rifles. Lever action, probably. That's actually my favorite weapon. It's the most practical weapon for me to use in killing floor, is the lever action rifle. Because I'm the guy that does the headshots. I enjoy doing it. Yes, I do. Dun, 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 dun. That's also kind of what I do in Left 4 Dead. I play as either Bill and Nick, and then I just make it my mission to snipe the heads off the irregular dudes. Don't waste your sniping little dudes. That's what pistols are for. Yeah, giving advice on other games, because I've already said all there is to be said about this game. Oh, that should start happening when I do a lot of Mario World hacks that start running together. Oh yeah, you bet your ass. Although you really shouldn't bet your ass, unless you're expecting to get 2 asses if you've succeeded in your bet. In which case, you might want to lose that bet. Oh boy. Are we going to exit? Exiting. That is the way of our lords. 25,000 points. Wow. You gotta say wow like you're Owen Wilson. Wow. There's an idea. Have Owen Wilson portray this character in Uwe Boll's Secret Agent. It's like a knockoff 007. It just makes me think of how Ninja Turtles got popular when it really started as like a satire of comics. Like for real. Mostly Daredevil and revenge stories in the Far East, you know. Yeah, that was a ballsy move, putting an obstacle right behind the fucking collectible. Wish I'd thought of it. That's a shit move. That's why I decided to kill myself, because that is most dishonorable. Wow, that... Damn, did that fall all the way from the ceiling? This is what the business is called trickle-down economics. This is what they think is going to happen. And then it doesn't? Right. Briefcasing. Armoreses. Armoreses? What? That's like when you put in chocolate peanut butter defense systems. Okay. Some pineapple grenades, looking like the pineapples. And when I throw them at my opponents, they become a pineapple grenade pizza. I know. It's deadly and disgusting. It's not really disgusting. I don't mind it, actually. It's like a meme where people shouldn't have pineapple pizza. I'm just thinking to myself, well, does it matter if it's nutritious? The answer is it doesn't. The answer is taste is subjective. That's the real answer. And make sure it's edible, then you're, like, good to go. Then I don't really care. I've been known to make a power punch where I just shove, like, oatmeal and peanut butter together, as well as some other things I'm not remembering off the top of my head. And it's like, this is my power soup punch. It's only when I'm really lazy do I resort to something like that. But it's not even just so much laziness as it is I have to conserve energy. Spies! Spies everywhere. The enemy is a spy. Yeah, I know. Somehow I don't think... there's a lack of charismatic maneuvers and stealth in this game. Seems like that should be a thing in a spy game. You know, hanging from a string, trying not to get caught, sneaking in places, wearing disguises, hitting up the local populace for clues. Yeah, I don't think you're a secret agent. I think you're just a regular agent. Certainly not a perfect or dark agent, which you're not. Ooh, the wise got the 10K. That's the lot of points for this points-oriented person. Pop! Well, shout-outs to Apogee Software, again, advertising themselves in their own game, like anyone's off to do. Best example of that is usually Nintendo in their own works. It's like, Nintendo this, Nintendo that. It's like, yeah, I know, I'm playing Nintendo. Well, you need to know more. It's kind of like when Texas advertisements in Texas tell you not to go to vacations anywhere else except for Texas. If that's not an abusive relationship, I don't know what is. It's like, we're jealous if you're going to places other than Texas. You live here, damn it. You go to vacation here. It's just like, whoa there. Slow down there, Sundari, Texas. Texas getting all attached. Texas having a cluster B personality disorder. Damn, Texas, you scary. Alright, we go. Alright, I got the dynamite. I think I'm just double checking for clues. No, I don't know what I was doing. I do know that a double lamp scenario is the best. Ah, whatever. I'd forgotten all about it. See what I mean? It tricks you. Can we have yet another level? Okay, but you asked for it. This is the staircase, sponsored again by Apogee Software. Alright. Got my payroll. Apparently the payroll involves accounting. I'll understand that. The A stands for accounting. This robot dude and, what else? Oh shit, I didn't hit him right, so he's just gonna keep going. There we go. I got you, son! Oh man, we got... Oh, not only do we have the red car, we have this little blue car, too. Oh, we're getting all the cars today. Another shark. There's sure a lot of sharks in this episode. I mean, mission. Episode, for all intents and purposes. I think this is before we started calling most of everything that was Shareware episodic. They just kind of have a piece of this, have a piece of that. You can thank Scott Miller for the Shareware episode idea, I guess. Because we don't really use it anymore. We don't even use... Well, actually we do kind of use demos sometimes, but not for everything like we used to. Not even like... I don't even think we do things at the kiosk anymore. I mean, sometimes there'll be a kiosk with a demonstration of a game that'll last for about 15 minutes. But, yeah. I think I did that with Little Big Planet 3. Yeah, I think that might have been the last kiosk I used. Was either that or a preview of Smash Bros. Yeah, something like that. I remember the kiosk for Super Smash Bros. Melee. That was a long time ago. I thought it was the best thing ever. What was I naive? Not that it's not good. It is good. I just don't care about that kind of game anymore, like I used to. It was just mostly because it's like Smash Brothers was the gateway for me understanding of the Nintendo franchise, and it did a good job at that. Certainly with Fire Emblem, even though I don't much care for Fire Emblem, but I do really like Intelligent Systems. I think they're my favorite Nintendo adjacent company. They do lots of good shit. So even if I don't like Fire Emblem, that's not even because it's not a good game. It is amazingly deep. It just turns out just not for me. Even though I'll play Advance Wars, no problem. And that's because the characters die. So yeah, I mean, it's the only game to do that, so balls for you for doing that. But it's just like, I don't think so. I get a heart attack trying to save state so that the characters don't die a permanent death. Yeah. It's literally been the only reason. That and I think I'm starting to feel like concessions to wanting to do more real-time strategy games than turn-based strategy games. And one of those things is, how much can you explore a turn-based game compared to a real-time strategy game? The answer is sometimes. But it's something I've been thinking about since the real-time strategy game genre needs a comeback. I feel like it, in a sense, it is still there, like with point-click adventures, but not enough is paid attention to because it's become distilled in competitive elements, like with MOBAs and such. But that's not really what the genre is. And, it's proven that because then you have something like Overwatch, which is basically a MOBA as a first-person shooter, so what would I know? Did I just die? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I died. The punishment for death is death, as you know in these circles. The circles of death. It's the circle of death. Goes in a circle. Wowee. Admittedly, I will look up a channel if it has any footage of a DOS game with commentary on it, because apparently that is an extremely short supply. Sans Doom. Yeah, pretty much except for Doom and its ilk. So, I am here to provide your random shitty DOS game. I don't even know why my wife calls it a shitty DOS game. It's like, but they're fun DOS games. Though, truthfully, I would play an actually shitty DOS game. Like, I was just watching the video on Depth Dwellers. I'm like, yeah, I would play this even if it is shitty, because that's just something I do. It could be the world's first Let's Play of Depth Dwellers. No one wants to do that. We're talking it being like on the level of Bubsy 3D. It's like, nah, don't do that to yourself. I'll do it anyway. Just not any time in the future. Or rather, maybe on request. Like, I have a list of games that I'm going to look into no matter what. But, again, if you want to speed the process along, make a request. I have all the right gumptions for doing so. It's just being left to my own devices. There's certain things I'm not going to care about right away. That's kind of how the whole process works. With this right now, it's just me retreading old ground, but in an LP format. And this and Crystal Caves are some of the first videos I put up on YouTube back in 2013. I re-uploaded them since when they introduced the 60 FPS clause, and I had all these videos saved. And that's something I used to do. I used to have a backup of all my videos. That quickly became an issue later because that's gigs and gigs of information. Even if you can keep your own copy of that stuff, even in a cloud, that's still a lot of data and it's a lot of maintenance that I wouldn't wish on anyone. Unless I had, like, it would be a thankless job for a data administrator to just manage one YouTube account. I don't think so. And I guess the downside of that is it gives, witness points for, deleted data, but It's like, what if your YouTube stuff was deleted? Then I will raise the force of 1,000 suns. Rec room where you wrecked it like Ralph. Wrecked it like Wreckham. Hammered it up. Alright. Apogee software. 25,000 point bonus! It's in caps lock. You thought I wouldn't notice. You are wrong, Mr. Not Caps Lock Man. I'm a very case-sensitive man. Very case-sensitive. Very case-sensitive.